Welcome back, everyone, to another riveting round of UniVersus action here at the World Championship for 2025 organized play. Bromley, you've got a lot of power in your hands.
I'm so powerful right now.
What's your powerful rating? 1, 2, 3. Well, you're like powerful 9.
It's a lot of power, Sam.
It's a lot of power. We're gonna be dealing with a couple characters who got a lot of power in this next matchup.
That's true.
Of all the big meaty boys slapping meat back and forth, we've got Ryu versus Grog for your next round, and those are some big meaty boys, and they like to stack on the damage. And we've got Dominic B playing Grog Strongjaw, but he's also played Nick Reagan and Pony Sunatori, so a little all over the place, a little maybe
easier to kill
five-handed
you.
bias. Yeah. Well, okay, yeah, aggro for sure. But the way he's doing it is a little different each time.
True. Yeah. I mean, well, so it looks like the Nick Reagan was just like the most popular build at that time at Denver, I think.
Right.
Right. And then Pony was also very popular in Albuquerque before the errata to the character, right?
That's true.
So I think these are premier aggro characters, and so since then, right, there's no real this is the aggro character to play apart from Mikasa, I guess, and I guess Godzilla
for a while, yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla for a long, but Godzilla has seen a couple of hits, right? He's safe for aggro characters.
They hit Titan Cliff, and that
Cliff.
seemed to matter a lot more than it should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, I agree with you there. But anyway, on the other side, we have Marvin Emery, okay, who's playing Ryu, and he was for sure playing Pony.
He was the Pony guy for a while
He
there.
was playing Pony for a long time. It's interesting. Actually, he's only been to one regional this year, and it was Albuquerque. I think I played Marvin in Albuquerque, actually.
I drove with Marvin to Albuquerque. It was a great ride, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Absolutely
Okay.
fun time. The undefeated at locals guys always swell. Always good to me, at least. I don't know about
I'll
other people.
call
Always
both these
good to me.
decks off meta.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think that they're-
Ryu and Grog are like very well represented, but I think they still kind of fall into rogue deck status.
Yes, I think they're both at least underdogs for this event specifically. Let's go look at Grog's deck list.
Yeah, we got the deck spotlight here. Your 5-hander Grog. Every time an attack deals damage, he's going to get a rage counter. And then those rage counters, he's going to spend a draw card and add some damage. And what better to add damage to than a whole bunch of throws?
Yeah. You see lots of these guys are throws, and kind of the key defensive piece for this deck, of course, being Referee Jury, I think is the big card that I see in a lot of Grog decks. But there's a lot of other stuff in there, too. We've got Facing Dangers. We've got Pull from Dangers. We've got all sorts of these interesting little damage, if not reduction, but reset sort of ideas here saying, hey, I can't prevent you from dealing damage to me. It's part of my game plan, actually.
Yep.
But, I can make it so that you can't one-shot me, right?
Yeah, and I love the setting the record straight. The Grog loop with that of I take damage. When I take damage, I get a counter, which lets me draw a card. When I draw a card, I get to discard it for -2 damage. That goes back to my first World Championship in a card called Key Techniques, combined with the character Clark. So very similar to a World Championship idea from, well, now over a decade ago. Jeez, I'm old.
You're old as hell, Sam. On the other side of the table, we've got Ryu. And, of course, this deck is simple and clean, dude. It's pretty simple. We got 4x of every single attack in this deck, all of them being punches, okay? Including one of them that can be played on our opponent's turn, too, if we block with it, right? And then as far as the foundations go, there's only 2 1x's and only a few 2x's as well. We're here to do one thing, and it's punch your opponent. We got Sacrifice for a Cause, right? To add damage
To
on
punch
top of,
harder.
Yeah, punch harder while we're punching. Okay, we got all sorts. And then the defense of the deck, we can see here, Ryu also draws a ton of cards too. So we can flex that hand size into something like Barrier Shield. Okay, and Barrier Shield into Rejuvenating Smash is kind of like the 1-2 defensive punch that makes people cry, because you get the enhance Barrier Shield, block with no progressive difficulty with a 1 mid that has Breaker 2, respond, draw 2 cards, gain 2 life. So I think that these are both very simple, straightforward decks where the matchup is going to be dependent on a lot of what I would call fundamental gameplay.
Yeah, Ryu is Mr. Fundamentals for sure.
Yeah.
And I will say we see 2 copies of Three Eyes of Hiei.
True.
Which I think is really the cherry on top. The piece de resistance for this deck is the Three Eyes of Hiei, because not only is it actually a 6 check, It got a misprint
Oh,
with
sure,
the
sure,
5.
yeah,
It's,
yeah, it is
it's
a
actually
6
a 6. And Ryu's ability to stack his deck makes 6 checks very relevant.
Sure.
But Three Eyes of Hiei allows you to change the zone of rival attacks. And Ryu requires complete blocks to be able to activate his ability. So when you can guarantee that you will always get the Ryu response on defense, the deck becomes much, much harder to kill, and your opportunity cost of playing pokes becomes much, much worse.
Yeah, I think that you're right in that that's a card that's like, it's not just nice to have. It feels like I wish I had this every single game almost, right?
Right.
Because it does everything
I'm
the
a
character.
4Xer in my Ryu deck. I'll just be honest.
Okay.
I am seeing that card. I am completely blocking. That's what I'm doing.
Well, but the interesting thing there is on the flip side of the table, right? Between close combat tackle, biting dragon grab, flying takedown, Potemkin Buster, dude, that card should have been called Potemkin Busted. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're full blocking these.
You think it's busted? I think it's a very fair 2-check.
I think so too. Yeah, I think it's a great 2-check.
And I think it's really cool that we finally have a throw deck in the format. I know a lot of people have split opinions on throw decks and whether or not they should exist as a strategy. I think it's kind of neat, and I do think that they should be mostly relegated to 5-handles.
Sure.
I do think it should be mostly relegated to decks where they say I can play 1 or 2 or maybe 3 throws a turn reliably, and you're going to block them all because they're all slow.
Right.
But, they're going to chip away at you with my big damage bonus. So I'm a big fan of seeing that. Both players looking over each other's deck lists before the game gets started. I think it's the first time we've seen that today. I don't know if players have just not been looking or looking beforehand.
So the only time that I think a throw deck is not good for the format is when they can reliably put like 40 damage through by turn 3.
Yeah.
Right? If they're like, here's
it's when
20.
you play 5 throws. In a turn.
If they can kill a 7-hander between 2 attack cycles, it becomes a little much,
or
right?
if it's like the throw decks that gain a bunch of life.
Sure.
The throw decks that spend momentum really well, they gain.
Yeah. Sure.
A little too strong.
I mean, they should be doing that, though, right? They should have some payoff for their
should
momentum.
be ready to. Yeah, Dragon's Fortitude is an absolutely great way to spend that momentum and maybe key to this matchup because we talked about the Three Eyes of Hiei making so you can completely block. That's going to matter a little bit less in this matchup because of those throws. When you completely block a throw attack in UniVersus, it still deals half damage. So,
yeah. And so on what I think a deck like Ryu's has to do is just play strings, right, that are going to be threatening, right?
Yeah.
And you have to force Grog to be uncomfortable. You can't just send their whole hand like sometimes I see Grogs do, where they're just building out and saying, "Hey, I'll draw on your turn." We're like, "Hey, no, first one's for 14, brother."
Yeah. You gotta grip the jury at least.
Yeah. And so that's and wow, starting off with 2 disarming glances and a hacker extraordinaire has got to make you feel good.
Disarming glance non-character?
No, disarming glance is I think. I'm pretty sure it's just no draw cards, no add cards to hand. Doesn't non-character, it's just straight up not doing it.
Yikes. Yes. That could be huge because of the way that we just talked about how, Grog players like to draw during your attack. Well, guess what? Now you can hit them, give them a counter, then play another attack, use disarming glance. If they have no cards in hand, they have no cards in hand.
That's it. They're out of juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that
Did our Grog player build 1 going first, or
no? I think he reviewed a sacrifice for the cause and then started building.
Okay.
Yeah, I think on its face, I favor the throw deck because both of these decks are doing straight up fundamentals gameplay. But if Marvin piloting Ryu can play this matchup very well, I think he could be favored, right? If he's just playing clean gameplay, the thing is that I don't see anything in here apart from like a reset that is going to do much about this. Do we have any anti-throws? I don't see any throw hate.
A lot of people not respecting the throws.
Well, because the usual answer to a throw deck is that it's going to take you 3 to 5 turns to kill me.
Yeah.
So I'll just kill you before then, right? Because they've got a very slow, plotting, predictable game plan. But if you're not able to churn through their defense, then you can just lose. I've been a fan of some throw decks in my day. Throgo was one of my favorites.
Throgo?
Yeah, Throga. Good old Togo 1 with throws.
All right. Like Kago?
Kago. What is Kago?
Kago is a magic deck where you played a 1/1 bird and then you just draw pass. It was Drago, which was the mono, I think mono blue or like blue white decks where you just play control.
Oh,
on their
sure,
turn.
sure.
And so then people realize, well, what if I just added a 1/1 bird to my 59 counterspell deck, and they called it Kago.
That's
'cause you have
funny.
the bird. Yeah.
That's very funny.
Yeah, so UniVersus is the most anti-Drago game of all the card games I've ever played. So
Very true.
If you're able to play like that, usually your deck's pretty busted.
So we see Heat Tackle being used. This is another 4X in
It's
the deck.
another just no draw for you.
It's just no draw. Yeah, we really care about opponents drawing, and this is it's like a random 2 low block too.
Yeah, it's such a good card.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about like
this,
how
this
effective
card
this
is.
is.
This card is how I beat Ryu's a lot. Because you'll full block their attack and they'll instinctively commit Ryu. And then you just Heat Tackle response. Because this is also one that cancels or prevents character draw as well.
Yeah,
so.
we've slowly, and by slowly I mean all of a sudden last year decided that character effects were our fair game again. So
Sometimes, it's not all the time.
well, yeah, I mean,
We reprinted Can't Escape Me, not Caught Red-Handed.
well, sacrifice for a cause, disarming glance, Heat Tackle, all in this game
Yeah,
so
this
far
game,
can
yeah.
all hit character abilities, right?
Now someone block with an aerial Goblin Bolt and we can send Bromley all the way to hell.
Well, I just remember when between the release of Elder Toguro and the year following, I felt very safe playing him.
True,
And
yeah.
then the year afterwards, I did not.
No.
I no longer felt safe playing the character just because there's so many ways to cancel his enhance.
That's true, yeah, and the open-ended nature of cancels in UniVersus means that the more an effect does, the more likely
Yeah.
it is to run into a
Yeah.
cancel. So.
Yeah, for it to be a problem for you.
Speaking of cancels, you can't cancel the Pop Buster.
Boy, I've never seen the alternate art for Potemkin Buster.
Oh, it's so good, dude.
That looks cool. I wish you
like
could
it a
get
lot.
the alt arts on the screen too. He's just
My-
there chilling.
My only request is I wish that there was a victim on the card. I wish you could see him holding the lifeless body.
Well, because you're a fighting game guy. You played
Yes.
Guilty Gear. Is that what he does?
Yeah, so the Potemkin Buster is he picks you up and puts you on his shoulders, and then
And
he
then
jumps
nukes you.
into space, and then upon re-entry into the atmosphere, you burn up, and then he lands and you slam into his shoulders.
Yeah, that seems like if it wouldn't get blocked, it should get 6 damage.
Yes, yeah. The Heavenly Potemkin Buster, you go past space into heaven, and then you high-five God on the way down.
Straight up God.
Yeah, God whispers to your opponent, you shouldn't have jumped.
You shouldn't have jumped. Well, this
Yeah.
one looks like a follow-up biting dragon grab. We're at 27 to 27.
Yep, back-to-back throws here. Flip the disarming glance, trying to slow down the card draw from Grog. So if Grog plays 3 more attacks, I think I'm flipping disarming on all of them. I want to shut down your turn as much as
I think
possible.
so too. Yeah, you want to prevent even a build, right?
Yeah,
From
And
happening.
Preventing them from drawing cards is also potentially going to prevent the use of that sacrifice for the
Yeah,
cause.
true. Very
And the
good
more
point.
you can slow down sacrifice for the cause,
more time you get.
the more turns you get. Yep, absolutely. And now
Okay,
the-
wow, and
Never mind, we don't need
blocking
the
with a
disarming
heat
lens.
tackle, dude.
Yeah, the
Wow.
heat tackle, huge here. Between the heat tackle and the Roman cancel, I mean, you're feeling pretty good as Marvin. You're going to take at most 3 damage this turn,
Well, but I mean,
or 3 damage more. I
yeah,
should say.
more.
You did take 10 from blocking 2 attacks.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing: is we've got a lot of answers for draw, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for Dominic, we've got facing danger. We've got set the record straight, right? We've got incredible display, right?
True, we get into some cancel wars.
Warm and bubbly as well. There's a lot of damage reduction, right? And Ryu is not a big damage character, right?
No, he's only +2, solid, but not.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
not a
respectable.
monster.
Yeah.
No giant keyword on him.
It's not Nagoriyuki, right?
No, he's not Bert Holt.
Yeah.
None of the. There's a weird amount of characters in Attack on Titan who transform to give +3 damage.
Oh, sure. Oh, man. Here's one I haven't seen in a while. Good old rewind throttle.
Well, then you have not been playing against Ryu players because, brother, this card is everywhere in those decks.
Really? I mean, I
I've
played
been-
into Ryu, and I felt like I was playing against, I thought I was playing a demo.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. When I first saw Ryu, I think I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't think it'd be very competitive at all.
Sure.
But it's like it's revived the Void Punches lineup along with Rodans have gone back to repeated.
Yeah.
And because he doesn't get to play Ice Sword Execution, or at least he doesn't get to give the damage bonus
Sure.
to it.
I don't know
you play
why you
Rewind
wouldn't
Throttle.
play it, though.
I have suggested to some Ryu players you play like 2 copies.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't.
It's still 10 damage and freeze sometimes.
Yeah, freeze stuff is just work. I mean, yeah, it's a good outlet for your momentum, especially if you're playing some of these tension moves, right?
It's a great opener.
Yeah.
It commits more cards than rewind, but it is high difficulty. And it,
Sure.
you know, it does have its drawbacks.
I mean,
but
if you're all in on the repeated $100 smash,
yeah.
then that it's less good. But
Yeah.
no one's saying you have to play 4 copies of every card in your deck.
I think another issue with it is this deck's attack lineup. It's a lot of high blocks. You know, Heat Tackle and Repeated are lucky to be lows. Rejuve is, I think, the only mid in Marvin's deck, and then Rewind and Rising Uppercut are highs. So you'd have to be replacing a 4 difficulty attack to get Ice Sword in.
That's fair. Yeah. And if you draw it early, right? Because Ryu doesn't. He sometimes draws. I mean, he draws defensively, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So there's no like. Yeah, I guess I could see it. Yeah. What we're seeing here, Rejuvenating Smash response was canceled by Incredible Display. There's a use of our momentum.
Love to see it. I don't get to draw. You don't
get the draw. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna see if we want to use any more resources here. Or if we're going to block. I mean, that's a viable thing. I feel like people expect 5-handers to just never block, but it's allowed. Boy, howdy. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it, Sam. I don't see it.
You don't see what?
I know you play Grog a little bit, right?
I like Grog.
Okay.
I was about to play Grog in Denver.
I know you were.
Always cool is amazing in this character. Your attack printed -4 damage, minimum 1. Pretty solid.
Okay. I
mean, he's got sauce on all of his symbols, really.
He does.
I've been converted into a believer of Earth and Fire, but I was definitely a death symbol guy for a while.
Okay. I just personally, I look at both of these characters and I'm like, man, world championship with this deck? You got to convince me, Sam.
That's how I felt about Ryu, and yet it's performed pretty well so far. Both these players are undefeated, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
Are we X1 or are we XO?
Are we X1 or are we XO here? 301.
Okay, so still undefeated.
That's my home
locals,
That's my home area code.
Oh,
nice. Okay, well, we're opening with yet another throw. That's one way to deal with Rodan, though.
Okay.
Just check a bunch of throws at him. I don't know what Rodan does against Potemkin Buster, right? He takes half.
Was Rodan do?
Yeah.
You seal it.
Okay, fair.
You play Nonagon and you seal it. You Genkai's it and you tell him, or you ask David to stop bringing Potemkin Buster to locals.
All right, so we're seeing here, we're going to take
so much momentum.
Partial here, go to 15. We're at the halfway, just past halfway, actually, for life total. But we got so much momentum.
He's extraordinarily hacking.
Yeah.
Remember when you said, hey, the first attack's for 14?
Yeah.
The -2 does nothing?
Well, but that's the thing is you got to you can't dump it all right now, right? Because at this point, our opponent could have a referee early, and I definitely scouted one.
Yeah. He's got the hardened. Oh, which hardened card is this?
Oh, I believe in you. Facing danger.
It's not a hardened card at all, is it? Okay, yeah.
No,
He's got facing danger, which does put the attack down to 5.
Yes.
So we do have a reset on board. We have the potential jury in hand. We've got military airship to make jury something that we don't even necessarily have to be super lenient with. However, you have to be careful because disarming glance prevents military airship and heat tackles in play. So there's a lot that can go right and there's a lot that can go wrong.
Oh, does heat tackle cancel jury?
Yes, sir.
Because it would draw a card.
It would draw a card. It would get canceled.
And
you can prevent the military airship abuse.
Right.
So you have to be very careful when you use the jury. But also, yeah, if he opens with a heat tackle, jury is just effectively a dead card, except we have incredible display. So it's a huge back and forth. There's a lot of different options these players have.
You know what I call that?
What's up?
Good gameplay.
Yeah, I love to see it.
2 hackers though means I think that the military airship is just not going to last very long.
Oh, that's true. I forgot we have the real text on hacker.
Yeah.
We just use hacker to get a million momentum.
Yeah, we could
you're
draw
right, we do
100
get to-
cards, but
Yeah.
but we could also just, hey.
We could flip and draw. Yeah.
Yeah. Opening with 100% is wild to me.
I mean,
I guess
we
it
got
gives you more.
rejuve and then another repeated.
That's
my best guess.
All right, I'll accept that logic. I think it's good.
And you can pump this one, pretty high to start forcing resources, but nope, just going to opt for the 6. Double repeated, living up to its name. Truly a repeated 100% smash. He literally repeated it.
As you're supposed to.
I was a little mad the first time I saw the card because I'm like, how do you have a card with repeated in the name and you don't give it echo? What are we doing here? Literally repeat the attack. But, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool card overall.
Yeah, and it was like the premier card from that set too, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, in that format, you basically had Mirio decks, and then you had Life, Order, and Void Punch decks.
Yeah, right.
That was like the format. And then Amajiki and he's like a mushroom. You have like rock, paper, scissors, and then the mushroom under the rock.
Oh, that's funny. Amajiki didn't really come into his own until the following set, though, right? Kind of
I think it took
post-Worlds.
him a minute. Yeah,
It
he
was
was good at
Hakusho's.
nationals.
Yes.
A lot of people played him at Nats.
Yeah.
But that Nats format was basically like Amajiki
Whoa.
Mirio overhaul with a little sprinkling of Eraser head around.
So, do you think we used the disarming glance there to foolproof against the referee jury?
Well, so the disarming lance doesn't stop the jury. It only stops you from drawing the card. So you still reset it.
Okay,
just can't
that's
draw the
that
card.
was my question. I was like, this is a
Heat
drop.
tackle cancels jury. And you don't get the damage reduction because it cancels the ability. So there are 2 different interactions. Disarming glance says you can reduce the damage, you just can't draw. Heat tackle says you don't get any of the effect.
Okay, so disarming glance. No, disarming glance prevents you from being able to respond with jury.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
doesn't
it
say
says
you can't play the ability. Oh, you
says
can't play the
cannot
ability.
play
My
the
bad.
ability.
I
Yes.
thought it was you can't add cards to hand. It's been a while since I've seen this card. And
Oh.
it got an errata, didn't it? What's the errata on it?
The
errata, you can only do it during, like, your attack or something?
I think the errata is that it says that at the end it says Sam Tate is very handsome.
The errata, it says on the card until it resolves. The errata just says during this attack. Because it used to be that you could abort your attack.
Sure.
And it
And then,
wouldn't
yeah, it would
resolve,
last
so
until
they
end
could
of turn.
never draw again, which was super cool and based, and everyone else is a crybaby, but, that's okay.
I think it's kind of not based, Sam.
Well, you can...
I think exploiting game rules like that is in an obtuse way is a little silly.
This is a guy who plays Mill Takeda, so I'm not going to take any guff.
In my true retro deck,
Yeah, I'm not
my
gonna...
true multi-symbol
isn't it-
retro
it's
deck.
a multi-symbol
Yeah,
deck. It's not even legal anymore.
It's not even legal in retro.
You can't even do it anymore. I'm sure you'll find a way. You're a smart deck builder.
No, you literally cannot. You cannot do it.
You can't do it. It has to be off symbol.
It has to be off symbol.
Because Takeda has Void.
He does have
And
void.
Juan, Shikon, whatever the attack is called, has Void.
Well, but the problem is Fool Me Twice does not.
You have to have Fool Me Twice?
Fool Me Twice is the only way you can get people to draw more than like 15.
Oh, I guess. You should just draw 20 cards and then... Because it's both players. We're talking about something totally different. We have a third repeated 100% smash hitting the table, and we have readied more than half of our cards. We have the double once per turn being marked. I love these, by the way. I love the way that we can, mark things on stream now.
Yes.
With the readied and the once per turns and the check bonuses.
Those have always made me happy.
I've never seen a less impressive triple repeated string in my life.
Personally, though, I like those other tokens they had last World Championship.
Oh,
You know, the larger ones.
the really fancy ones.
Yeah, they were really fancy. They were
They looked like
laminated.
they were made by a really handsome guy.
Yeah. That's exactly. I'm pretty sure what happened.
Yeah, both players would have an airship, but Hacker Extraordinaire is too cool on the card.
So much momentum.
I can't believe we did we not spend any momentum?
I think he did use he used Hacker to
Yeah, well, I
flip
mean,
the
on the
military
repeated.
in there.
We
No,
could've-
he didn't.
We could have spent like one EX, one powerful. I
It's
feel
so
like on each of those.
crazy to me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should have been slamming it into the powerful. Because at this point, we're at 15 life. That's like 3 or 4 throws.
Yeah.
Potentially could do it.
Very interesting stuff. I wonder what we're saving the momentum for. Maybe for us to actually have like a heat tackle to cancel the jury, maybe? Because we did play the jury during the turn, so it was definitely something he could have
Yeah, I don't know.
gotten screwed over by.
Is that Azimov and Katarina on that card? No way. It looks like it, though. Could be anything. It could even be Azimov and Katarina.
True.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway,
True.
here's the flying takedown. It got 3 damage from either Grog or the mill. I think the mill is what gave it 3 damage. We milled a copy of Close Combat Tackle, and then here comes the Grog for 3 additional damage. Yeah, it's just for 11. Just a little, barrier shield being played. I'm going to assume we have a Rejuvenating Smash that's about to come out. Unfortunately, we have momentum to cancel the response on it, however. But will we cancel the Breaker or the Draw 2, Gain 2? I think it's going to be the Gain 2, Draw 2.
The Gain 2 is definitely what I would choose.
Yeah.
The Breaker's not that annoying for this deck, I would hope.
Well,
you know.
I mean, if you're trying to sling Potemkin Buskers, perhaps. But we'll see here. We haven't taken the damage yet. We're deciding, we're waffling on what to discard for Sacrifice for a Cause, I believe. And we're discarding the world's most red card that I've ever seen in my entire life. What is it? Who knows? Not me. I specifically do not know.
I'm going to guess it's a throw.
No, it's Armor-Clad Faith.
What?
Armor-Clad
Oh, you're not
Faith.
talking about the attack.
No, it's what he discarded for Sacrifice for a
You
Cause.
said a red card.
Well, it's red in the background. It's the alt art. I like this one, though. I like Armor-Clad Faith. That one's neat. And yeah, we are going to block with the Rejuvenating Smash that I would have liked to have seen last turn. But is this a championship one? No, it's not a champion one. I was pretty excited. It's just an XR. Wow. Imagine only having an XR Rejuvenating Smash, Sam. Couldn't be me. You got to shell out.
Isn't there a chrome?
There's a chrome.
Rejuves?
There's
I'm
chrome.
surprised Marvin doesn't have 4 chromes. To be
Yeah,
honest.
come on, Marvin. Step up your game,
I assume
buddy.
nobody is selling them, or else he'd have them.
True.
I've never known Marvin not to have a max rarity deck, actually, now that I see the rejuves.
That's his
It's
thing.
the only time. Yeah, it's the only time I've ever
That's
seen him
like
have
a
max
lot of
rarity.
people in this game, though, dude.
I mean,
It's a lot of people.
I know a lot of people who would if it wasn't a hassle to track them down.
Oh, sure.
It's almost always someone who's like, I would love to have a playset of the max rarity, but
But,
one
however,
of those, yeah.
yeah.
Remember when we had XRs and your whole deck had to be foiled to be max rarity? Those were the days.
I remember the bling events, right?
Yeah. Oh, they've had a couple of those. Yeah, the collector's cups.
Yeah, the collector's cups. I
Collector
submitted my
tournaments.
deck that had 6 crumbs in it, and I didn't get anywhere near the top.
Well, yeah, because you gotta have. There was a I can't remember what the meta was, but you had to have the 4 chrome attacks.
Well,
you had to have the 4 chrome
so
attacks in the deck.
I was
plus-
strategic. I played Toga, so I could
Uh-huh.
put the crumb characters into the deck.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? And I was nowhere near, apparently. I was like
Yeah.
40 points off or something. And I had it was a lot. Anyway, whatever. Back
Yeah,
to the
you gotta
game.
you gotta have at least 4 chromes in the deck. I know that. I just remember when Sean O'Brien did it, it was like 2 carbon copies of like the same deck, you know,
Yes.
because it was like Pippa and I can't remember who else.
It was definitely Pippa.
Yeah,
and
they
someone
figured
else.
out what the max, points were and built that deck, like theoretically. So
What the hell is Battle Holds the Answer? Oh, it just goes to the top of your deck and it's a 6 check.
just a free 6.
Okay, sorry. I
Well,
was perusing through these decks and I was like, what's this one do? Hey, what's this guy? Hey, what's
yeah,
this
Battle Holds the Answer is a great Ryu card. It emphasizes how powerful,
dude? Checking a 6 is?
how powerful controlling the top card of your deck is,
Yeah.
right? And the most important thing is it's tenacious.
Oh,
If it wasn't playable while committed, it would be kind of like checking a 4, right? Because you would debuild 1,
Right.
and then check a 5.
Mhm.
Now you're debuilding 1 and checking a 6, which would still be like checking a 5, except it's
It was
tenacious.
committed, yeah.
So you already got to use it, which is way, way better. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think we didn't cancel anything. I think we said you can gain 2, you can draw 2, you can do all your things, and we valued the momentum for something that we're going to use later.
yeah, maybe valuing the actual resource. We committing a foundation here because I said the breakers shouldn't be too big of a deal. However,
Well,
it might be now, and there could be more barrier shields on the way.
even if we have a barrier shield, if a move gets to 12 damage, it's over.
True, as a throw. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, and that's all there is in this deck, is just throws.
Yep.
We use the last disarming glance this turn at some point. I'm not sure when.
We're perusing the entire discard pile.
But, I mean, between Sacrifice for a Cause and Grog, what move doesn't get to 11? Right?
Yeah, you'd have to have pretty good block mods in your hand only.
Yeah. Like, I think every single... Oh.
Oh, here's a move that gets to 11.
That's a move that can't... Unfortunately, we had to... Without it, if your opponent doesn't block, right?
But your opponent has to not block, yeah.
So I think this one can only get to 9, sort of naturally, right?
Yeah, but Marvin's pretty much going to be forced to block this, and even if he completely blocks it, he should still take 5, right? 3 from Grog. You completely block a 9 damage throw. You take 5. That puts him at 1.
Yep.
And then you get to clear this and potentially draw a card. Does Marvin have a way to prevent the roaming cancel token from drawing a card? Could block with a heat tackle, I guess.
You could block with the heat tackle.
Because if we clear this and play another throw on a 6, and we commit Grog.
So, or play a close combat tackle.
We just discarded an attack too, and
I think he just has another one, yeah, because the one he discarded was a 5 difficulty throw.
Got the barrier shield. So the breaker is probably going to save Marvin's life. I say probably, because if there's a 3 difficulty throw in his hand,
you could still do it.
He could still play a foundation and then the 3 diff throw.
Yeah.
But that's making it way harder for Grog.
I think all we have is a throw and a referee jury.
Ooh, referee jury would be kind of interesting here. I guess there's no Marvin's not reducing damage.
No,
I was gonna say if Marvin swapped the speed and damage, but
it's just
Spooky's not legal. Spooky's not legal.
No spookies in this chat. Okay, so I think now we're gonna start using that momentum to draw cards.
Yeah, Marvin has been just sitting on the momentum.
Yeah.
So much.
We're going to start using our resources because we say, hey, I think I'm going to live here. I don't want to block with one of my attacks. I want to use that next turn to try to kill you. Okay, never mind. We are going to block with the Rejuvenating Smash. Understandable. Have a nice day. Go down to 2. Wow. Breaker 2. Oh, go to 1. See, we were right. You and I are smart.
Yeah, it's 9. You take half, round it up. 5, live at 1. And then the breaker should save you.
Okay, we're figuring out where things go, and that's fine. Okay, so we got to conjure now a world where Dominic lives with a completely tapped board. And it's like, take 8, take referee jury the second. That's it.
Yeah, I
go to
referee
2.
Jury gets worse and worse too as your health dwindles because once you jury, he can pump the damage back up with that momentum most likely. But I think the only powerful move is the repeated. So
I think you're right.
And we saw him play 3 already. If we added those to momentum, they're not there for the cycle now.
I think we drew the 4th one.
Of course. Why wouldn't
because
we? We're
good gamers.
At the game. Yeah, we're so good at the game.
Yeah. So it's still an option, and will probably be how this game ends, if I were to hazard a guess. But, yeah, we'll see if we can draw any other juice. Yeah, okay. Understood. I think you drew another 100% smash.
Some decks are just built better, Bromley.
Well,
some players are just born better.
Yeah, yep. Well, this is how it ends. Huh. Yeah. Well, I said it at the beginning, right? I said Grog was gonna play 3 attacks, and then and it would be turn 70, and we'd win with a true 100%. That's exactly what I said, right?
That's how I heard it.
Oh my God, we're walking
Yeah.
into the jury.
Yeah, this is the show me the jury moment.
EX50.
Or it's the I don't want to get all my attacks left in momentum moment.
I mean, at this point, he's saying that I'm passing, right? Maybe there was no disarming, I don't think. Oh, we're just not going to use the jury?
Maybe he used disarming and we missed it. Oh, jury gets canceled by sacrifice for the cause. He's got every answer, actually.
Oh, handshake, Sam. Handshake.
Yeah, he's got every answer, actually. We're sitting over here counting the ways that referee jury is not a real
yeah, sorry. I
player.
got used to looking at the sacrifice for a cause on Dominic's board.
Yeah.
Not
it is.
the one on Marvin's.
Oh, he's canceling a Roman cancel, right? Or no?
To return it to printed.
Yeah, we're scooping it up. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We had the Roman cancel reduce it to 3, I think got canceled there. Instead of the, which if we had jury, we could have done both.
Yeah, I don't know why we. There are many mysteries in this universe. This is not even amongst the chief of them.
Yeah.
Grog will be going first.
What's really funny is I once goosed my locals because they had sacrifice for the cause out, but I was playing Earth Grog and I had toughest punk in junior high and Grog out. So my opponent played like a lethal move. And I was, it's like 2 over lethal, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll respond toughest punk, and they're like, I'll sacrifice. I'm like, I can't do that, pal. Toughest punk in junior high reduces the damage you would take, not the damage of the move. And
Okay.
so then I was like, okay, well, I'll grog for -2. He's like, well, I'll sacrifice that. And I'm like, well, you can't do that.
You can't. Well,
because
so
grog reduces the damage you would take,
No.
not the damage of the move. So it's a pretty interesting in this matchup that sacrifice did cancel all the relevant stuff.
right, except for Grog, who it could not cancel.
But Grog did not.
What does
Matter,
goosing
yeah.
your local mean?
You've never heard the term getting goosed?
No,
Oh.
I just have a friend named Goose.
He doesn't goose you all the time?
I'm assuming he does. It's his name.
I bet he does. Yeah, I bet he does, and you
What
don't
does it
know
mean
it.
to goose your boys?
Bromley's getting hit and goosed.
What? I'm getting goosed
Getting
right
goosed
now.
in the tall grass. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Crouching ducks hitting geese.
Crouching ducks hitting. You are an enigma, Sam Tate. And you know what? I understand.
Well, so I can tell you how goosed. I think goosed is a term that other people use. I probably use it slightly differently because, in the South at least where I grew up. Well, I grew up north of you actually, but I grew up in the South where.
It's okay. In Florida, the further north you are, the further south you are.
Right. Yes. Yeah. It's weird like that. Like Andrew Holder lives in like the southest south of Florida. It's
Yes.
the most northern part of it.
That's correct.
But so we old people who used to tell me I'd have to go get a switch, right, to get whipped, or they'd say you'll get goozled.
Goozled.
Yeah, you know what goozling is?
No.
It's when you grab someone by the neck. Like you ever see them like in like TV shows and stuff where you grab people by like the scruff of their neck or like
Okay,
you know
and you
you like
pick 'em
grab
up?
someone around the throat. Yeah, like
Okay.
choking them. So you get goozled, and then if you get the really southern accents, they're like, they tell you, be careful, you'll get goozed.
And that means
Goozled.
picked up by the neck.
Yeah, grabbed by the neck. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, like Itachi Uchiha with Sasuke.
kinda. Yeah,
In the meme.
yeah, less erotic, but yeah,
Whoa. Whoa. Well, anyway.
less intimate.
Okay, all right. All right. Well,
I can't believe you've never been goosed before, at least knowingly.
I'm not touching that one.
Unlike
I thought about it.
Uchiha.
I thought about it. I'm not touching that one. I like commentating too much.
All right, how does Grog win this one?
Well, he does the thing he did last time, but better.
Okay.
I like the
Pass
throw
some more
gameplay.
checks.
I
Pass
like
some
the
more
throw
checks.
gameplay. I think finding the sacrifice for a cause was good, right? I think you gotta just like chew.
I mean, we were one check away, right?
Yeah.
We were effectively like 2 foundations away, maybe 1 foundation
Yeah.
away
I think-
from actually winning that game.
I think the previous turn he played a little too respectfully.
Yeah, potentially.
So I that is actually where I'm at, is that he didn't just vomit his whole hand minus referee jury.
Maybe what he could do is he could convince the judge that disarm A disarming lance doesn't prevent you from playing the ability.
Now he's goosing the judge.
Yeah, now he's goosing the judge.
That's definitely an ironic way.
Yeah. Well,
The thing here though is that you just gotta play through those parts, right? As a 5-hander, that's one of the things you kind of just have to do, right? When your
Yeah.
opponent's playing a ton of answers for you, you just have to play through your through your opponent's outs. And then in the sideboard, I will say we do have a ton of answers for what Marvin's doing. We got Dark Wards, we got Driven by Retributions, we got Vast Strengths. Okay, so we have things that can come through here that could get us back into this game. None of them are on board.
yeah, I mean, really, the answer for Grog here, the way for Grog to win is for Marvin to not build 3 disarming glands.
Right.
If he just doesn't open with the 3 best foundations in the matchup, I mean,
Everything's
Probably
easy
have-
when that happens.
yeah.
All right, let's see. What do we have? Okay, not disarming glance. Not disarming glance.
Oh, he's not windmill slamming disarming glands.
Oh, everything's coming up. Dominic right now? Oh, we're also playing cool armored clad faith card. That one's pretty good in this matchup.
Yeah, Armor-Clad Faith is pretty nice.
Messed up.
Did
Messed
that
up
come
that
out
we
of
played.
the sideboard, or was that main?
It was in the sideboard, yeah.
Okay, yeah, good
For,
sideboard
for,
deck.
for Marvin specifically. We said I don't like dealing with throws, huh?
No. Bad keyword. Bad keyword, bad touch.
No goose for you.
No goozling.
Yeah.
No goozling in this matchup. Keep your hands to yourself.
For shame, Sam. They put the asset in the top right corner. Still don't like the characters in the middle of the screen. Oh! 3 eyes spotted.
3 eyes has appeared.
Yeah, man. I don't know how badly you need hacker extraordinaire right this second. You can we discard card? I guess we can discard a card to sacrifice for a cause and then get a momentum and then immediately use it to get rid of the airship. Okay, so here we see refrigerator used pretty immediately. Sacrifice for a cause gonna get us get us damage back to 7. We're gonna use the rejuvenated enhance to get a momentum, and then use that momentum to flip over the military airship. I think that the airship is gonna pick up refrigerator now. Yeah. As one does, because he said, hey, you've announced your intentions to flip over my asset. So now I will get my jury back and I will use it again.
You love to see it.
So there's 2 floating effects to draw cards here, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, very, very funny.
Yeah. So we're gonna take 4. I think. No, we take 2. We take 2 because of Grog.
Grog.
There's a
Grog.
disarming glance. It's over. Our game is over.
Yeah, he got the double jury in before the disarming hit. He's like, I gotta milk it.
Gotta do
milk
that
it for
now.
what it's worth.
Yeah,
and
but-
before the hacker flips the airship, right?
Yeah.
So heads up by Dominic here. Use it before you lose it.
Yeah.
Something they also used to say when I was growing up in the South.
Oh, we have the second jury in hand, by the way.
Which, yep.
Should have used that one too.
Well, I think we drew it off the jury.
I disagree.
I could be wrong.
It doesn't align with my.
I don't look at players' hands that often.
I do. I think you're right, but also it doesn't align with my, my
Your worldview?
Yeah, my worldview. Yeah. So I reject your reality and I substitute my own where you already had it in hand.
Well, you know what they say. Perception is reality.
Is that something you say?
That's what they say.
Who's they?
You know, the royal they.
The people goosing us?
People goosing us, yes.
Okay, all right. So here's one of them throws. Are we going to use the armor-clad faith here? Right? This is a mid-attack, right?
I think if I had to guess, because Armor-Clad Faith only gets rid of 1 keyword, right?
Yeah, it was used there.
I think Potemkin Buster is not a bad one.
Whoa. So here's the thing. We had to, in order to full block this, we had to commit 90 cards. So we could see Potemkin Buster do 15 damage right now. I'm just saying, this would be the coolest double to Potemkin Buster in my entire life. I mean, it could still be blocked, right?
That's true. It's only 2
2 speed, but
That's my secret tech, by the way, is if you just play Potemkin Buster and Rodan and give it 4 speed, sometimes they can't block
What are
it.
they gonna do? Block it?
Yeah, block a 6-speed move.
I think it's pretty cool. It's like you know what it reminds me of? Vengeance of the Fallen Angel.
Yeah. Kinda.
Except worse, but also
Except it's like Andy.
It's more funny. Except it's like he's kind of like
Except
Andy.
yeah.
I love Vengeance of the Fallen Angel.
That's still the craziest UniVersus lore of all time to me.
Nothing like Andy. No,
well,
he missed the block. He's gonna take 15.
Because when I was playing, the only like unblockable move was the Andy combo with Andy's elbow, and then they banned it because they didn't like unblockables.
Right.
And then within the same year,
Yeah,
like
they
within a
released
calendar
Vengeance
year,
of the Fallen
they
Angel.
printed an unblockable attack in the same product that had a card that said nothing like Andy in it. And I'm like, this is exactly like Andy. It's unblockable. That's the only time anyone ever successfully played Andy. Like, Andy Bogart is such a strong character,
Yeah.
and yet it would never see success until it had an unblockable combo. And then they took it away because Andy is the Terry's ignorable younger brother. He's not the pro tag.
Have I ever told you that was my first like competitive UFS deck?
Andy Bogart?
No, Spike
Uh-oh.
2.
I was like, what the?
I was
You
playing
played back
Spike
then?
2, and just my plan was to play Vengeance of the Fallen Angel
Oh,
and play
sick.
every card that responded for damage.
Okay.
So like strengthen numbers, a couple of
Yeah.
Airman cards, or not Airman. It was I think it was like Boomerang Man or something like that. One of the something mans.
Air stuff.
Yeah, and I played, and my friend was like, "But what if people know what you're doing?" And I said, "Well, that's the thing. I play all of the other Spike 2 cards."
Right. You just play like a normal Spike deck. With that, yeah.
yeah. But I'm gonna kill them with my silly cards.
I mean, I put Vengeance in my Spike 2 deck. Like, it's got Spike in the name.
It's
You
got
can
Spike
put
in it.
hands.
Yeah, you usually spike it with the Spike
Sometimes
card.
it's a 12 damage move that clears your card pool.
You get the build afterwards. Yeah.
I remember this is an 11 damage heat tackle, which is
It's a 4
going
damage
to
heat tackle.
cancel. No, it's not.
It's a
gonna
4 damage
cancel
heat. What are you
Jury.
talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
He's going to seal heat tackle.
No.
And we're just going to cancel Jury.
No.
My favorite Vengeance of the Fallen Angel story is playing a 50-minute game 1 against Phil Burge in a Spike. I was playing like a Spike Spiegel starter deck,
Okay.
basically, versus him playing Skullman.
Okay.
And I beat him with 3 turns in a row going like unblockable, and he was just like, yeah, whatever, man. And then he sided into Spike going first.
Okay.
Because he was sandbagging.
And then he
because we had
unblockable
diversity.
you back.
No.
Oh.
He played a Vengeance of the Fallen Angel and gave it 6 damage. Because that's the other ability
Yes.
on it.
Yeah.
And then I took 12 because I checked a 3. And then he played a second Vengeance of the Fallen
And
Angel.
then made that one.
And then he made that one 12 damage. And because I was playing Spike, that's 24 health. He did exact lethal in like 2 minutes. And we tied 1-1, even though I won a 50-minute game 1. And he played 2 attacks game 2.
That's so funny.
It was so corny, dude. But I had a terrible opener. Like, I couldn't block a 4-speed move, so.
I do like that card though. Personally, a
Vengeance
fan.
of the Fallen
Vengeance
Angel?
of the Fallen Angel, especially
Oh,
when I
that's
can put
so
noob in
weird.
front of it.
I feel like most people hated that card because it's, like, so basic.
I started with Cowboy
You
Bebop.
can play noob in front of it. That's
I just have a I have a special place in my heart for
My
those
only
silly Bebop cards.
My only beef is there should have been a mini game. There should have been.
To get the
you should
unblockable?
have- you should have accomplished the unblockable.
Yeah, because I think Spike's thing was like discard 2 momentum and then you get to burn your opponent. The Cathedral Standoff.
Oh, you mean Vicious?
Vicious, sorry.
Yeah,
my
Vicious
bad,
was
Vicious.
discard 2 momentum, burn for
Burn
5.
your
Yeah.
opponent 5, yeah.
Or you could just play a 6 stiff and effectively burn
Yeah,
for 6.
burn
yeah.
those 6, yeah.
Plus whatever response
And
speed
bang,
stuff.
and so on and so forth.
Yeah, but here we've got back-to-back heat tackles. Maybe the actual best attack in this matchup. Canceling Jury, canceling Grog, preventing all the ways that you can undo the 5-hander problems.
And you still make them deal with it, right? Like all the important stuff that it does happens when it's played, right? It's a blitz.
Yeah. Well, and you get the Roman cancel token, which
Yeah.
you can't use the damage reduction ability during Potemkin Buster, but all the other throws you can reduce down to 3 damage,
Right.
which is a pretty big deal. So sacrifice for the cause, right, is in both decks. So there is interaction for it,
Yes.
but I think having the Roman cancel oh my God.
Everybody loves a good trilogy.
Oh my God. Hey, the king's back. We've got heat tackling some buddies. Then we got the sequel, the 2 heat tackles, And now we've got the third one. Hey, the heat tackle's back.
Dude, 3 heat tackle is a little much for me.
The return of the heat tackle. This is
Yeah, I
kind
think
of yucky. I'm not going to lie.
I think that the series really peaked during the sequel, though.
Oh, yeah, the 2 heat tackles?
Yeah. I think the second
The 2 tackles?
yeah, the 2 tackle. Yeah, triple heat tackle is they were really reaching.
Return of the tackle was very full of itself. Return of the tackle was very but it insists upon itself.
It really truly does insist upon itself, right? Yeah, like at that point you're really just truly goosing the audience.
Now I'm really insisting that Marvin plays a repeated on an 8 here.
Oh my god.
And readies half of his stage.
That would be sick.
And then powerfuls this to the moon.
It certainly would be possible, right, with all that tension.
But it's not gonna happen.
Hang on, can you have more than one tension token?
You got more than one Roman cancel token.
Whoa.
But
we just used
they all go away at the start. Yeah, I think he just used it.
Okay.
He froze set the record straight.
Okay.
So I think the first one, I think we changed the zone and did a freeze and kept one. Is I think how we used our Roman cancels. Because I think we blocked a heat tackle with a low.
Yes.
And it's a high attack normally. So I think we did a zone change. And then we froze one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now we got disarming coming in saying no draw.
Good work.
Stay a 5-hander. Which I think personally the disarming's a little better on the second attack, if only because military airships exist.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, we have hacker. We're gonna flip
We have hacker, yeah.
I keep forgetting that assets just don't exist against the void decks.
Not
dude.
at this table.
You just side them out, brother.
Yeah.
Side them out.
Honestly, last turn, we didn't have the airship. Okay, never mind. Well, okay, time for a close combat tackle. I do like this one though. Of all of the 3 difficulty throws, this one is one of them.
Yeah. Close combat tackle got so much play like a full year ago, and then it just disappeared, didn't it?
Did it?
I felt like it did.
I certainly played it in my Reiner decks.
Yeah, there was a lot of like AOT death decks that could just slap 3 damage on it.
Right.
And sometimes you would hit Cape of No Return.
Sure.
This is back when people played Cape of No Return.
These are the same people that didn't play Jawjammer.
I think some of them did together with close combat tackle.
Yeah, as they should have.
Yeah.
Like true kings and queens.
I definitely remember getting my jaw jammed around the same time.
Well, I think we're at 9 now to Grog's 20, which puts us in the danger zone. If Grog finds 2 moves and we don't have an answer to them, could be all she wrote for this game.
Yeah, it's you don't want to be sub 10 against a throw deck, but we did side in a little bit of interaction.
Yeah, we could draw into those armor-clad fades. That's true.
Not hopeless.
You can do it. You can do it. Or you can't. It's one of those 2 options. It's 50-50, really. And unlike last game, though, we do have a full board on Dominic's side, right? We've got the avoiding danger, or facing danger, sorry. We've got pull from danger. A lot of danger up in here.
Yeah.
We have refreshing blend and 2 momentum, not to be discounted. And attack on Titan red card that I can't read from here. Time for battle. Time for battle. Sack a foundation after your rivals attack deals damage to your character. They commit 1 foundation.
That's a card I've wanted to utilize a lot, but it is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I got to lose a resource and get smacked?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't like either of those things.
Yeah, if it was like sack itself, it'd be weaker. So I think it's good that it's sack another foundation. It's repeatable, which is where, but it's kind of like we talked about with incompatible quirks, right? If you do it too much, are you even going to be able to backswing? Are you losing slower or are you trying to win, right? And I think a lot of plays in UniVersus, especially compared to other card games, really amount to losing slower, losing on a later turn. But losing on a later turn does give you opportunities, so you got to take those chances where you get them.
Which is right now?
Hopefully. It's a pretty, I mean, Grog's got a lot of foundations for a Grog.
Ideally, I would just like to not lose.
But remember how Breaker 2 prevented us from winning game 1? If we sack a bunch of foundations here, tap our rival out, but he can barrier shield, and Breaker to us with no foundations ready, what did we really accomplish, Bromley? It is a good play to tap the rival out on their own turn.
Yeah.
But if their defense is able to be played without those resources, and us losing those resources makes us vulnerable to their defense, are we truly trying to win the game, or are we just trying to lose on a later turn? And we still might lose on this turn because, Ryu can potentially threaten lethal here with a really big, powerful move and just, kind of force Grog to have it. I mean, Ryu's down to discard cards for sacrifice for the cause as well.
Yeah, and with the hacker, with the... Oh, sorry, that's not disarming glance. That's rifle arm.
That is rifle arm.
Okay, so we don't really have an answer for that. The jury, if we found
sacrifice for the
Sac
cause.
would have it? Okay, all right.
Yep, which is why you want to press as much sacrifice as you can.
Right.
And it's why you technically want to jury as soon as you can.
Right.
But rewind throttle is also the smallest damage move, so it's the worst jury target, but it's also target committing all your foundations, right? So it's the best thing to open with. And here's the repeat it. And notice Marvin did not commit the time for battle. He could have if he thought that was preventing him from winning the game,
Right.
but that's not the issue here. The issue is facing danger, which is now committed. So
Okay.
we're going to see. It's going to take double jury.
Yeah, it's going to take... Well, I do think we need another move, right?
Oh, we only have 2 momentum this time.
Yeah, we don't
You're
have,
right. We
we
only
don't
have
have
2 momentum.
50 momentum.
Yeah,
We
need...
had 50
Oh, no, we have
momentum last-
sacrifice.
Oh, okay.
Sac for the cause, +2 from Ryu, +6 from Powerful. As long as we discard a +2 block mod or greater.
I mean, we just have all the attacks in the entire world in our hand, too, so...
Yeah, we're also, we readied half our stage.
I think we're just, if you have a moment, guys at home, go to your fridge, find yourself a drink to pour out for Dominic, because I think he's about to die.
Yes.
Yeah, man, set the record straight.
Let him know.
Let him know.
Let him know. He got the mic in his hand. He said, let him know.
Wowzers. Yeah, it's looking not hot. We're going to take 6 from this guy, go to 10. Going to follow up with another, the sequel. The sequel. This is a lot of series is getting sequels in this game.
The 2 smashes.
Yeah. Ready a bunch of cards. Ready a bunch of cards. Wow. Yep. Can we block? Okay, we're going for powerful 3 to make it lethal. No, it's not lethal just yet, right? Still need to do sacrifice for a cause. Oh, no, we EX'd. Okay, now it's powerful to make it 11. We need...
Marvin likes to play it extra safe.
Sure.
He likes to spread his resources out across multiple attacks.
Sure, I mean...
But this one's only for 11, so Grog keeps us alive?
He still needs to sacrifice for the cause.
Yeah.
Oh, he just passed. He said my follow-up will do it.
Yeah, he's just got a whole nother attack.
Oh, he only had one more card in hand.
Which
only
theoretically
gonna
still
get
would have been
+1
lethal, but he's
damage.
playing it extra safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Marvin had he had the math. He had the math in hand.
Sure.
He knew he couldn't fail, right? Even we checked the 3 there, we just commit Ryu.
Yeah.
Ryu's playable while committed.
Yeah. And we could give it 2 speed. But the thing is that it's mid, right?
Yeah.
It could still be blocked as only 4 speed.
It's no momentum. Yeah, you're right. He could just block this with a +1 mid, or even a +2,
okay, 2 speed.
or a +3.
I
2-2,
I think
okay.
we should have given the last one 1 damage.
Maybe it was the last one, what, 7 speed? That's not exactly unblockably fast, but
Okay, doesn't matter.
hey, it got the job done. Marvin's in the hot seat. He got the job done. I don't know if that was mathematically the perfect way to play it, but
that was close enough for
it
government
was
work.
better than I would have done. I definitely would have got my repeated blocked.
Oh,
and
there
like
you
4.
go, dude. Marvin
So-
Emery taking it go home, going 4-0-1, right?
Yep, 401, and that's what I'm talking about. This Ryu deck is so much better than I thought it was. When I first saw the character, I thought, well, we have Godzilla, who just static gives everything 3 damage. Well, how is a character who gives only 2 damage, even if he can do it tenacious, going to keep up? And you see, with the power of the Void symbol and all the disruption that it had, he pretty much was able to prevent Grog from playing his game plan, even all the way down to taking away the throw keyword.
That's true. Those were sideboarded in, though. That was cheater cards.
He won game 1. He drew the
Yeah, he should have just won the first game. True.
True. But we got a little bit of
open these?
business. Well, yeah, let's open packs, and then we'll talk about our players to watch.
Okay, you go first. I've done it first every single time.
Oh yeah, okay. All right. I'm gonna do this one a little special. All right, pick a card, any card. Hey, all right. Hey.
Whoa, it's an alt art? We got an alt art?
I think it's SR.
It's an
SR.
S. Oh.
King Ghidorah Unleashed, which we saw in our feature match, which was during the lunch break. We saw Ghidorah in sealed pull the King Ghidorah Unleashed, and that
do
was
the
pretty
thing?
sick. Yeah, do all the things.
All right, pick any card that's name is Power.
That's name is Power?
Yeah, you got to name Power token.
Okay, all right.
Dude,
big
nice.
Power. All
Okay,
right,
now you
I'm
can
so
get the
good
rip.
at this. All right. Now I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, I still pulled it.
Well,
Monster Swing.
mine's less exciting than yours.
4 mid 4, lose 2 health.
I did
against
get
4
another
speed or 4
Power
damage.
token, though, baby.
I don't know. This one's pretty solid. It's
Let me read it.
8 mid 4 or 4 mid 8. As long as you're a monster.
Oh, that's cool.
Which, if you're playing that symbol, you are a monster
You are a
in real
monster.
life. So,
Okay. We do have to look at some players, though, I think, right, before we take the people to the next round.
yeah, we're going to watch the players to watch.
Whoa.
Which we're starting with Ryan Kogod, who we saw on stream, 5-0. Paul Butler, Mr. Berthold himself,
Yeah.
undefeated, playing his favorite character, his favorite deck,
He's Bert Hooven right now.
his deck that he won $400 playing in a Hero 2 tournament by just playing this Berthold deck with Nitro Ignition Explosion. As
Oh,
like the
that'll
only
do it.
Hero 2 card, yeah. Mark Tyner playing himself, Marvin, who we just saw,
Yep.
Dawson M. 401 on Benny Maru, one of my favorite characters right now. So we're seeing, someone asked me earlier if there was any real surprises. And at the time I didn't have one because all we had was like the breakdown.
Yeah.
We had, we had our first couple matches, were known entities in the format. But I would say Benny Maru's a little bit of a surprise.
For sure. That was one I saw with 2 wins, and I was like, yeah, they'll lose later.
Yeah. I think if people haven't seen the Bert Holt deck, I think it's a surprise to them because he
Sure.
was errated and everyone
Yeah,
kind
thought-
of stopped playing him.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting is no undefeated Mikasas. Our highest Mikasa is Ryan Field at 4-1.
4-1, yeah. Well, where's Jacob Johnson? Can we go to the next rung of people? People from 11th to 20th. Oh, there's Jacob Johnson, 3-1-1.
Playing himself. Very
Chris
nice,
Smith
very
playing
nice.
Rodin, 4-1. Parker, 4-1.
Ryan Levine, who we saw earlier win on stream, is now
True,
3-1-1. So
3-1-1.
I think 5-1-1 is in the running.
Yeah.
5-2 is starting to look like it's not good, but I'm not the math guy.
Yeah,
so
Colby
don't trust
Cram
me.
is in here, and
Yeah.
I'm a musician, so I operate on vibes. All right, and
Yeah.
then 21st through 30th for fun.
Ooh.
Whoa, is that Invisible Girl?
Yeah.
Keenan Meadows playing.
Keenan Meadows playing Ashley. Of course. How could you not?
Oh, that's so awesome.
How could you not? You get in trouble. You got another Bert Holt living weapon from Coping with Cardboard.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite have the Paul Butler magic, but still technically in the running.
I
So
just can't get over Keenan playing Ashley.
It's pretty
That's
good.
next level.
I'm here for the Toro
Can you imagine
Hakakure.
showing up playing with your fiance? That'd be so sick. Yeah, I'm just here. I'm playing with my wife.
The question is, where's Ashley on here? Why isn't Ashley undefeated playing Ashley?
Or playing Keenan.
I don't think you're allowed to play Keenan.
What if you did anyway?
Well, then you'd be getting goosed something major, my friend.
Okay.
That'd be a powerful goosing, as my uncle would say.
Your uncle would say that?
Powerful goosing.
Powerful goosing. My
You're
uncle,
powerful goozling.
my uncle would say
Powerful
"Ya
goose.
demini no," which means
Goose
we'll see you next
powerful.
round. I'll see you next round. I'm kicking Sam out for saying goose too much. He's going to be out for equal amounts of minutes for the amount of times he just said goose.
Goose.